Myths have always played an important role in our lives. Today, I, Aparna Singh, will narrate my story, Dear Sakhi, which is a take on how myths have defined, or rather stereotyped women, often in ways that have torn them apart, putting them at emotionally and physically demanding crossroads. Dear Sakhi, all hell broke loose when Indra killed Vritra. Indra had always been so restless. He never really knew how to control his anger. Vritra, too, shouldn't have crossed the line. But, dear Sakhi, Vritra was a Brahmin, the most sacred of them all. Now, Indra will have to suffer penance. He will have to pay for his sins. Isn't the entire cosmos out to get him?
O protector of this earth, will you protect me too?
Indra begged, crying profusely. His pleas could have melted the earth and the skies. He pleaded for days and nights without end. Sakhi, you should have seen Indra, wallowing in his grief and guilt. He was so remorseful. He sat outside my gate for years, braving the heat of the sun, lashings of the storm winds, and the torment of the cold. You would have been ripped apart in no time. How could I not respond to his pleas, Sakhi? What would you have done if you had witnessed such a barrage of agonizing laments? Then Indra asked me to partake in his sins. He wanted me to become a participant in the sinful act of Brahma Hatya. What can I do for you, Indradev? I said, with utmost reverence. I had already kept him waiting for so long.
You will suffer the sinful excretion of vaginal blood every month,
he uttered, almost in a whisper, hoping to sound mysterious. Sakhi, I was not sure what he meant by it. He continued in a pleading, penitent tone. The all-knowing Indra had probably seen my confusion.
You will be the mother of all creations.
He paused, and then he added in a serious, contemplative tone.
You will give birth to new life and protect them in your womb till they are born on this earth.
He continued to outline all the ways in which women would enter into intimacies with their husband and bring forth creation. Women would become the Janani of Srishti. I was completely swept off my feet, Sakhi. This was such a huge responsibility. I must have been beaming with anticipation because Indra's expressions had lit up with renewed vigor. His countenance now had a triumphant glow. Indra continued in a prophetic tone.
Mother of all creations, this is how everyone will address you from now. You will now be treated like a goddess.
Sakhi, I must be honest with you. Indra's words were so profound and powerful that they still ring in my ears. Sakhi, I only thought about what I could now do, but not once did I realize what all this might do to me. Every month, my body prepares for birth, and every month it lets go of the blood that could have produced new life. I was reveling in this newfound glory, this greatness of being the progenitor of all creation. Indra certainly has the gift of the gab. But Sakhi, little did I realize that now I was also a recipient of guilt and would have to pay for somebody else's sins. Every month, when the blood oozes out of my vagina, I am treated like a Brahmin slayer. I am treated like a Shudra who is supposed to stay away from the rest. I cannot put collyrium to my eyes, nor anoint my body, nor bathe in the waters. I must sleep on the ground, and I cannot rest during the day, even though my body is tired and weak. I really feel like lying down these days, Sakhi. I am barred from touching fire and making ropes. Sakhi, can you even imagine my plight? I cannot clean my teeth, nor drink from a large vessel, nor out of joined hands. I love to gaze at the sky, Sakhi, but even that is forbidden. What a fool I was, Sakhi. What a stupid fool. I did not kill a Brahmin, and yet I am treated like a murderer every month. I should have been more careful, Sakhi, before I fell into Indra's trap. Even the earth, the tree, and water have been burdened with Indra's guilt. They too have been deceived by Indra's sweet, persuasive oratory. The blessing of motherhood was certainly a gift, Sakhi, and I am happy to have it. I savor every moment with my husband and with my children. Their innocuous laughter fills me with pleasure. The sight of their tiny little bodies, I must admit, Sakhi, nurtured by my milk and care, brings me indescribable joy. When they grow up, I live the bittersweet exhilaration of youth with them. But every time my womb refuses to carry my husband's seeds, I am left in pain and misery. I try to console myself with the happy remembrance of my children who have traveled far and wide, my children who have acquired knowledge meant for the gods, my children who have mastered the art of creation and destruction. But now I know that women should sometimes consider not trusting the words of men. We give in to their beguiling pleas, and then we suffer in silence. How can my blood be impure, Sakhi? How can it be contamination? How can it be a desecration? It's been thousands of years, and I still carry it as a burden of guilt. I often wonder if my blessing is a curse.